Imagine a city where evil was not just tolerated, it was celebrated. A place so corrupt that its people openly defied the laws of Allah. This was the city of Sodom, home to the people of Lut. Their story is not just history, it's a warning for all of us. Allah sent Prophet Lut, peace be upon him, to guide his people. He warned them to abandon their sinful ways, their greed, their cruelty, and their unnatural acts. But his message fell on deaf ears. Instead of listening, they mocked him and continued their corruption. The people of Lut were not just sinful, they were depraved. They practiced acts so vile that no society had ever seen before. They rejected all boundaries, all morality, and all sense of humanity. Even when Lut offered them guidance, they threatened him and his family. Allah sent angels to Lut in the form of handsome young men. When the people saw them, their evil desires took over. They surrounded Lut's house, demanding he hand over his guests. Lut was horrified. He begged them to fear Allah, but they only grew more aggressive. The angels revealed their true identity to Lut. They told him to leave the city with his family before dawn, except for his wife, who had chosen to side with the corrupt. The punishment of Allah was coming, and there was no escape for those who remained. As the sun rose, the punishment began. Stones of baked clay rained down from the sky, destroying everything in their path. The earth shook violently, and the city was turned upside down. In moments, Sodom was reduced to rubble, a grim reminder of Allah's wrath. Hazrat Lut's wife had chosen to stay behind. As the punishment began, she looked back at the city, defying the command of Allah. In an instant, she was turned into a pillar of salt, a symbol of her betrayal and disbelief. The story of Lut is not just a tale of the past, it's a warning for all of us. It shows us the consequences of moral corruption, the importance of heeding Allah's commands, and the mercy of Allah to those who obey Him. Are we repeating the mistakes of the people of Lut? The story of Lut is a call to action. It's a reminder to turn back to Allah, to reject corruption, and to stand firm in our faith. Share this message to remind others. The choices we make today will determine our fate tomorrow.